I'm Adrian Bailong, and I am... Who the hell am I? Hey, I'm Adrian Bailong, or... Let me do it again. Okay, start over. Hi, I'm Adrian Bailong, and I am from New York, native Lower East Side. I'm Puerto Rican, Ecuadorian, and I actually got started in the music industry when I was 15 years old, starting with 3LW, which was a girl group. Then I ended up joining Disney's The Cheetah Girls, and then I became a TV host. After spending years getting camera ready, I have realized beauty is so much more than abstract ideals. We define ourselves through stories.
Nobody else was talking about skincare.
And Belleza is a story that runs in our blood. Grandmother was very prideful about her beauty, whether she had it or not. Passed down through generations.
My mother really treated bath time as a ritual.
It's personal.
I do not leave the house without fragrance.
And it's empowering a new generation of visionary Latina founders and wave makers who are ready to ask questions and shape new generational stories of their own. We can't come to New York City and talk about hair care without visiting a Dominican hair salon. I can always count on Jenny at Miladies for a welcome home.
¿Cuánto tiempo?
I know. Martina, ¿tú me vas a hacer el pelo?
Bastante,
Okay.
bastante, wow.
I'm like, vamos a poner esto arriba, like something like a little moño that's like super cute.
Es que nosotros sabemos que estamos para eso, para embellecer más de lo que está.
Exactly. Thank you, guys.
Of course.
I feel like growing up, coming here, like that was literally a ritual. Like I would go to Santo Domingo Bakery. Early in the morning, I was gonna get the pan de manteca and walk over here to Miladies, right? I always sit under the dryer eating, music playing, everybody just having fun. Oh, that looks really cute. But I think there's nothing better than the environment of like a Dominican salon. What you guys do here is so dope because everything around you is changing, but you're still here.
Thanks to my mom, you know, honestly. She's a warrior. My mom put me to do hair at a very young age.
How old? Like how young?
Literally like 10 years old.
Like as Latinos, like they say we spend the most money on beauty products.
You know, self-care is very important. That's one thing I can say about Latinas, that they do not let go of themselves.
In our cultura, I definitely think that beauty is like a
Yes.
ritual. It's an inheritance.
Yeah. No, it is. It really is.
Do you have a camera? I want to take a picture. Like family, Belleza runs deep. And for this founder, family is at the root of her beauty story with hair.
My name is Baba Rivera, and I am the founder and CEO of Ceremonia, a clean hair care brand that is very proudly rooted in my Latin heritage. I always struggled with like how to introduce myself. I'm like, how much time do you have? Because my parents are from Chile, but I grew up in Sweden, but I live in New York. So I was like, Swedish Latina is like the shortest, like short for, you know, my background.
Venga, mi amor. Alma aquí en la cocina.
It's really important for me that they learn both languages. So obviously Spanish for me, and my husband is Swedish, and I grew up in Sweden, so we both speak Swedish as well.
My parents immigrated to Sweden during the Pinochet dictatorship. Most of the Chilean immigrants were very segregated, and we were part of this integration program. I grew up in a very Hispanic household where we only spoke Spanish. My friends were all Swedish, so my reference points and my aspirations, they were all coming from Swedish culture. So I think because I was a minority, I wasn't always super proud of my Latin heritage growing up. So I felt like being Swedish was the aspiration and being Hispanic was a disadvantage. I never opened a magazine and saw someone successful that looked like me or had my background. I did a lot now in retrospect, realizing probably from a place of wanting to assimilate. It wasn't a planned out strategy. You know, when you're a kid, you're not thinking that way. But now reflecting on my childhood and my teenage years, I can see how like little Baba was just trying to fit in.
This is more of an unusual beauty routine for me because I am usually just, you know, in and out. I do it myself, 5 minutes. But whenever I have something special or I have to be, you know, in front of a camera for a whole day. And today I'm in back-to-back. I'm literally even changing on the go. Like, I don't have time to do any touch-ups throughout the day. Mi amor, mamá está hablando. ¿Con quién está hablando, mamá? My parents preserved Latinidad without it even being an effort or a strategy. It was just so innate to them. It was the language, it was the food, but it was also the beauty rituals. My dad was a hairdresser back in Chile, and he loves hair. So I just grew up with, every morning sitting in his hairdresser chair in our home and having him just do my hair. And it was less about the styling, and it was more about like the brushing and the braiding and the caring of it. That's, to me, like, I grew up with that. I thought that was normal. I felt so loved it was a bonding moment with my dad, and I felt appreciated and seen and celebrated. Hola, mamita, ¿cómo está? Bien, ¿y usted cómo está? ¿Cómo está la señora de 60? Ay, que te veis bonita, mami, te quedó regio el vestido que te compré. Ay, la modelo. In my teenage years, I was really trying to run in the opposite direction from my family. And I think the relationship to beauty got lost in all of that. And I was most certainly not embracing my natural beauty. So all these beautiful rituals that my dad taught me just went straight out the window. And it embarked me on this vicious cycle of damaging my hair. I would wake up an hour earlier every day just to straighten my hair. And I would not leave the house without a mini version of a hair straightener in my purse. So I could like touch it up. Like it was really bad. Like not only was that bad for your hair, but it's also bad for your self-esteem. Like I don't think that was good for my mental health. I was just constantly trying to mask myself under these so-called beauty rituals, but I think of it more as a beauty prison, honestly. And I feel in many ways that that's how the whole hair care industry has been built up. It's really been around this idea of masking your beauty, masking your strands, fighting the frizz, and taming it. And it's interesting because it's called hair care, but when you look for the care aspect of hair care, it's actually nowhere to be found in the ingredient list. That was something that really sparked the seed for Ceremonia, where I was like, oh, something is broken here. I call her here because when I get there, I need to get dressed. Like, we're on a time crunch. The show is starting, girl.
This is the look we have for the Belleza show.
Love it.
Best thing about Fashion Week for me is meeting all my fashion friends.
Thank you.
It's interesting because in moving to New York, I connected with so many Latina women for the first time that were ambitious and doing amazing things. And even here, with so much more diversity, we still had so much insecurities around our hair.
Okay, we're ready.
And we all were made to believe that in order to look put together or look professional, you had to have your hair straight or do a blowout.
Every brand that consumers know and love, they're gonna have booths.
Today is our team day at the office, which is always so energizing for me.
And this is kind of
When I was pitching my brand in the early days, everyone's immediate association when they heard rooted in Latin heritage was that, oh, then it's only for Latinos.
When people come in for the grow serum, I always give them aceite de mosca and papaya scalp scrub. You know, that's their daily treatment.
No one ever thought that a French beauty brand could only be for French people, but why do they think that a Latina-founded beauty brand needs to be only for Latinas? It really was an inspiration that came from within, and it came to me from personal desire to do better for my hair, to do better for my mental health, to do better for my daughters. I wanted to show that natural beauty is beautiful and can be celebrated. It's like the welcome committee coming home.
A girl on a mission. I really come from a family where it didn't matter that we didn't have a lot of money. My mom just taught me from an early age that any bathroom can be a spa. She was like, if you have water, you have a spa. I feel like ever since becoming a mom, self-care either will not happen or it has to happen in those little pockets of time that just appear.
Vamos a hacer el aceite de mosca. ¿Te acuerdas cómo se usa?
For some moms, self-care is the thing they do for themselves, outside of the family. For me, it's the thing I do with my family. Yeah, I just love sharing these moments with Alma. Muy relajante. Because it's like, I don't want to take more time away from the kids. More than anything, it's like very selfishly, just I want to be with her. I'd rather have this like self-care moment being a little chaotic, but I'm spending it with her. And you want more? Okay. Is it Alma in the mirror? Yeah. I am beautiful.
Beautiful.
I am powerful.
I am colorful.
Powerful.
Colorful.
I am strong.
I am strong.
Girl, is that a smart girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Adrian. Well, I can't wait to see you in New York. Thank you so much for moderating this, conversation with our community. By the way, everyone is thrilled to, meet you.
Hey, Baba. So I'm at the store, and I'm so excited to have Andrea joining us. Because this is super cute.
Thank you. Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. When I was like, okay, I'm getting to meet Andrea today, I'm like, this beauty queen walks in, and then you have these, and I was like, that's so cute and so fun. It was unexpected.
Soy Andrea Mesa, soy originaria de México y soy presentadora de televisión. Tengo 2 programas en Telemundo y también soy Miss Universo.
Okay, what inspired your little bun?
This story is funny because my mom used to do pigtails all the time for me when I was like 5 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen this hairstyle in a pageant, but it's definitely a vibe.
Yeah, I don't think you would ever see. I wish some girls would dare to.
Yes, I'm so excited for everyone to get
I know,
here. Like,
me
we're all
too.
gonna be playing with our hair all day long, right?
Wait, you guys are already there?
Yes! Look, we're
Okay,
all...
I'm on my phone. Can't wait to see you guys.
We can't wait!
Okay, I'm here. See you.
Oh, she's literally here. Come through!
I'm here.
In red, stunning.
Okay.
I literally can't think of a more powerful group of Latinas to be in the house at once.
Eso.
I'm so excited that we get to have this conversation today, talking about hair and our experiences, and also representation and just how important that is.
No, it's so special to host our community here because honestly, like, we don't need a retail space. We're at Sephora, right? Yeah. Like, this for us is our community hub. Like, it's exactly what we're doing today. That's the purpose of it. We met through the campaign shoots. We, found them on Instagram, and I was like, these women really embody everything that is Ceremonia. And the fact that there is such an authentic and natural relationship, like, you guys are my girlies. Like, we're like, can always here. Yeah.
It's giving kitchen. It's giving like everybody hangs out in the cocina. This is the island. We're all gonna try on the products. Like, I love that. But I even love just the name Ceremonia. Where did that come from?
Oh, thank you, by the way. Yes. No, Ceremonia, to me as a name, is like the perfect name for the brand because I grew up with beauty being kind of like a ceremony. Every morning I would come down with my outfit and my dad would do my hair.
That's awesome.
I feel like it's so crazy to me how just wearing your hair natural is still a statement.
Yeah. It's insane to me that still it's like, it should be a statement that I have to wear my hair the way that it comes out of my scalp.
Yeah.
But again, I take that as a privilege because I get to inspire other girls. I have a lot of primas.
But when you look back and you're like, okay, did you always feel that way? Like, did you ever imagine that you'd be on a billboard with your natural hair and that the reason you're on there is because they're celebrating your beautiful curls?
No, never.
I had curly hair growing up, but I remember always feeling like I didn't look polished.
Yeah.
Is that like a weird thing?
Oh, yeah. I feel like you always want what you don't have.
It's so true. We always want what we don't have. And I can honestly say that all those years of straightening my hair, when I look back at like my cheetah girl curls, I've straightened my hair so much that it's not that way anymore, and what I would give.
So my dad is Dominican, and then my mom is white, and so like she was the one who was always with us. She was the one that I was like embodying my hair afterward, and she had like straight hair. So like I would always just like comb it out all the time. Like I didn't really initially realize that I had curly hair. So like my hair was just like frizzy. Like I looked like Lord Farquaad. Yeah.
Finding that I think so many of us are like, man, if I just would have loved what I naturally had, how much nicer our hair would be looking back. I fell into highlights at a very young age.
Yes.
I was sitting in between my mom's legs with a cap on. The highlight cap. That was, those yes.
So hurtful.
Hay como un estereotipo de que si tienes el cabello rubio, you have like higher status.
Limiting beliefs, yeah. And lack of representation is what leads to that.
I grew up in Dominican Republic, and it was literally just buy whatever you find in the supermarket. It doesn't matter because you're gonna go blow dry it in the hair salon. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you put on your hair because it's gonna be like, quemado.
Exacto.
We're gonna heat it to death. And it was just to tame the hair. And this is like the part that I just like, I'm so frustrated about. I feel like the hair industry for the longest time has just taught us to tame and fight our hair. I'm like, what about just becoming friends with our hair? Yet, where are the brands that are not only representing us, but that are also founded by us?
Yes.
That discrepancy needs to close.
It's so important that we now have representation in you. Being the first Latina to have a hair brand in Sephora is such a big deal. Like, let's be honest, that's literally like the empire that everyone walks into and you're like, okay, I can get everything here when it comes to beauty. It meant so much to me when I'm like, oh my gosh, like there's somebody that looks like me. To see that there's a product that's for me, by me, makes such a difference.
It's very surreal. It's something that I would never think would happen in my lifetime, unfortunately. Growing up with media, straight hair, light hair, but seeing people again with indigenous roots, like my Taino people, like this is amazing to see.
Like I was saying, curly hair is on a scale. So it's not just you either have curly or you have straight hair. Yeah. It's like, it works differently for everyone.
There's so much that we don't know about the hair that is literally growing out of our own heads.
My mom is really observing everything, and she takes everything with so much pride that like I know my hair, that I love my hair, and she's always telling me like, you know, I don't feel like I messed up because you have learned so much on your own, and that always gets me so emotional because sorry.
No, talk to us.
Hair is emotional. Like that's the thing.
Exactly. So it took me so long to even find like a salon or a place that allowed me to embody my natural like texture.
We felt like we needed to have something for everyone because the Latin American community, truth be told, is so diverse.
It is.
And that's why Ceremonia ultimately is not only for the Latin American community, because when we're catering for all the different hair types within Latin America, we're actually catering for the world.
Como que ir cambiando también la mentalidad de nuestra gente es súper importante, de sentirnos orgullosos, de vernos representados como somos de nuestras raíces y de no negar, o sea, de ir a un lugar y ver a una persona indígena y no sentirte avergonzado, sentirte orgulloso de que de ahí vienes tú.
Yeah, instead of being like, oh, I want to go where what I think is like the right standard. So I'm not going to go with my own people's products. I'm going to go with someone else's that I believe to be of higher standard, of higher quality, or more to the beauty standard. But instead going, oh my gosh, this is for us and we should like be so proud of that. I get that.
Yeah. I really think that the new generation is changing the narrative there. Like if we start asking for certain things, retailers, brands will have to follow.
Exactly. 100%.
So thank you.
I love that. And that's what we want.
Wait, I want a selfie with everyone in the mirror.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's a wrap!
I want to break stereotypes. That's ultimately like the bigger mission of Ceremonia. Like, Ceremonia is so much bigger than a good hair day. I realized hair is so personal. We carry so much of our heritage in our hair, and we carry a lot of our traumas, we carry a lot of our memories and insecurities through our hair. I'm definitely leaving behind the hamster wheel of trying to change who I am. So yeah, I'm breaking free.
In our community, owning your hair is more than being confident. It's authentically owning our heritage and carrying out our rituals with pride.
There was no skincare conversation. You don't have this experience of saying, I didn't see myself in ads. My obsession with beauty came from my own experience with my skin.
What is being Latina enough? Like, do we even know what that means at this point?